NPP party, New Patriotic Party. There's going to be confusion, and they will end up fighting each other, setting each other up, and exposing each other. There's going to be confusion in that particular party, the present governing party in Ghana. Number two, there is this race of the next presidential candidates which they are to contest and choose from. I'm not going to go into details in what is going to happen, but there is one particular man among the presidential candidates that are to contest for that position of presidential candidate. There's one particular man in that particular party that the Lord focused on and spoke to me about, and I saw that man, he is going to be set up by his own people and by his own party, and they will betray him, and out of that betrayal and anger, he will walk away from his party and set up his own political party. Now, when he set up his own political party, because he has a lot of money and influence, he will buy people. And the Lord said, this man, if he becomes president, this is what he is going to do. And what I saw looked like a military government where whatever he says is final. People were living in perpetual fear because whatever he says becomes the word of the day. Nobody can disobey. If you disobey, you get arrested, you get imprisoned, and sometimes you get shot and killed. This particular man. And what shocked me the most about this man is that he managed to penetrate into the music industry to the point that even the musicians, the secular musicians and the gospel musicians, when he has a function and he calls you to come and perform and come and sing, even if you don't agree with him because of what is happening in the nation through him, and you refuse to come, you get arrested and you get imprisoned. Like a military kind of rule, like a military kind of government is what I saw. But that was not enough. The angel of the Lord that stood next to me said, this man is an antichrist. But he was described as an antichrist. And I asked the angel of the Lord, why is he the antichrist? And he said, see. And I saw all of a sudden soldiers entering into the church and everybody running scatter and hector for their life. I saw pastors and men of God arrested and imprisoned for preaching the gospel and for prophesying because of that man who left the NPP party to set up his own political party. God says, with his influence of money, if he becomes president, this is what will happen to the nation. And I will not mention his name for obvious reason, but when the happenings happen, right, they will know who it is the man of God spoke about, because his own party will set him up. In order for him not to win that presidential candidate election, right, they have their own favorites, so they will rise up against him and come up with certain issues and secrets that will defame him, and out of anger he will also leave the party. Yes, that is what is going to happen. So the Spirit of God said he is an antichrist. The church in Ghana will suffer if such a man comes into power. So every child of God and every servant of God that is connected and inclined to the Holy Spirit and can discern that what I am saying is from the throne room of God, go on your knees and pray that that man never rises into power. Because most of the prophets, he will buy them to campaign for him and to prophesy for him to come into power. But the Spirit of God says he is an antichrist. The church will. Do you know what it means for somebody to be described as an antichrist? He is against the church, he is against Christ, and the church will suffer.